Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is gonna be, is this sad or happy? I mean, I guess it's a little bit of both. What I went through and how it had to happen, reasoning behind it happening, all this fun stuff. This is that kind of story time where there's a good side and a bad side. But before I even get into it, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed, subscribe to my channel. If you are a new subscriber, thanks. If you are not and you are just revisiting and you got your girls back, hey, here, flip to that. All right, so getting into this story, this is going to be the story, the long-awaited reasoning behind why I quit the salon, my job. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first things first, I did go to cosmetology school. I did graduate. Perfect attendance. I am good at hair. I'm not to sound cocky, but I do have some skill. And I thought after I graduated, being that I graduated a cosmetology school, that you go to school, you study, and then right a little bit before you graduate or right after you graduate, you want to work in a salon just to get your foot in the door. You become an assistant, and then you take your test, and then you become a stylist, you get your chair, all depending if you want to open up a salon, if you want to travel on your own, if you want to have your own chair, rent a chair. There's so many things you could do. My thing was, I was like, I think I want my own chair. Mind you, sad but true, I did not go to the best cosmetology school by far. I really didn't. I'm not even gonna lie to you and say it was like, oh good. Like, it was fine. I wouldn't smile in your face. Anybody who comes up to me and is like, guess where I'm going, or hey Kat, have you heard about any of this, being that they know I've graduated, I'm in the field, they're like, oh, should I go there? And I'll be like, no. Don't. I did not have the best experience. That's another thing I can get into, but let's not. But the reasoning behind why I quit the salon was, first, I had zero time, like for anything, zero time. I work another job at a luncheonette. Hi guys, because I know they watch it religiously. I do have a day job over there, and then on the weekends and every single day I was not there, I'd be at the salon. So I was working. And on top of that, I was doing YouTube, and I was still making content from when I first began, that and Jay and Kat back on my other channel, go check that out. I was doing a lot, and there was zero time, to the point where it physically was taking tolls on me. I would get sick, I wouldn't feel good. Everything would hurt from the tip of my head to the bottom of my feet. I'd be in pain. And I'd be very quiet about it. Like, it was bad. I already have like a shot back as is. That was not helping. That's not my reason for quitting at all, because sometimes it just sucks. Like, you have a physically labor intensive job, so there's zero control over that. My thing is the atmosphere over there. It was very negative. Not like, oh, it's negative, like I don't want to be here, everyone's mean, this and that, because I'm not one for that. I'm gonna go do my job and I'm gonna go home. Like, there's no need to sit and dilly-dally. You're not going to work to make your best friend. You're not going to work every single day to meet your future husband. Like, you don't need to. At the end of the day, work is work. It's not always gonna be fun. It can suck, but you know what? If it's paying your bills, boom. And that's for a lot of girls, guys, if you are a waiter or a waitress, if you are an assistant in a salon, if you are a stylist, if you are a construction worker, if you are a fireman, a cop, anything, you're gonna be like, oh, this hurts sometimes. I don't always like my job, but sometimes you just gotta do it. I needed the money at the time, and I still probably do, but it's fine. It was the atmosphere. When it went beyond just like, oh, it's negative here, like this is annoying, like I don't want to be here. It was more of the atmosphere, person to person. A lot of the individuals in there, and again, I'm not gonna mention names because I still do respect these people as stylists, as, you know, assistants, boss, assistant boss, clients, this, that, and the other thing. There was a lot of pettiness. Now, being a girl, I totally see pettiness from a mile away. I can tell when somebody's gonna be petty. I can tell if you're petty from the second I meet you, and you know, I can just tell. And these girls were relentless, okay, to the point where I stuck out like a sore thumb. When it comes to being like petty or over emotional when it comes to certain feelings, that was not really me. That did not characterize me at all. I was more of a like, just forget it kind of person, forgive and forget. Oh, you said something stupid, okay, it's fine, whatever. You know, I can move on with my day. Like I said in the beginning, you're not here to make your best friend. Not everybody's gonna love you. Not everyone's gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna subscribe to Cat Styles. But there was a lot of just pettiness and a lot of feelings mixed into it from other people, and I guess they felt like I walked in to that salon trying to take over and this and that, and trying to prove myself and trying to make them look bad, this and that, but I wasn't. The salon, if I was not there, was severely unkept. The workload was not even, which again, do not take my words the wrong way. Sometimes you're gonna go to a job where you're gonna be the only one busting your butt, as sucky as it is. That's the truth. If the job is paying your bills and you're making decent money, excuse me, there's gonna be people who are working around you that are gonna be the first one to wanna take all the credit for everything, but come with a double laundry list of stuff they do not wanna do, and they are not gonna do, that they expect you to do. But they're gonna want dual credit. If it's in your field and you're good at it and you're making your money and it's not the worst, you just be like, ugh, you know, you just gotta be the first one to roll up your sleeves and get to it. In this situation, that was me. I was, I guess, from an outside standpoint, like my fiance would see, it made me look kind of like the sucker. While you're outside smoking a cigarette, I'm collecting all the garbages. While you're out taking your important phone call, I'm sweeping this and that, to the point where there was times when I'm the only one. I would clean the whole place by myself on a like shift with somebody. I would do it all by myself. It's annoying. And it was annoying because it's like, one thing is like, it's a couple times you're like here and there, you're like, okay, you can chill, I'll take care of it. But if you start abusing it, that's like, no, you know. I was not happy there to begin with, so on top of that, you're like, this isn't fair. I'm not gonna tolerate this. No. I work other places. While they're off 2-3 days a week, I was working. While they were fast asleep in bed, I'm already 2 hours into a shift. Like, that's just how it was, and I was the only one. When I kid you not, I was the only one in there who would not complain about my life, my problems, this and that, and their problems. I know everybody has problems, but they sit there, and in comparison to the problems of other people in this world, the struggles, people on the other side of the world, their troubles seem so minute. And I understand your troubles are like your troubles, and it fits your life, and it's what you're struggling with. I understand. But when I tell you everything's gonna be okay, you're gonna be fine, and you laugh in my face like, no, I'm not, you sound ridiculous. For example, this is over exaggerated, but like, oh, I didn't get my Ferrari in the mauve red that I wanted. Calm your nerves. This is what they literally sounded like to me. I was like, calm your nerves. To me, who's so easygoing, who's so blah, like, I don't care. You're fine. You are fine. Stop complaining. And it was one thing like, oh, I'm having a bad day, I'm gonna pout all day. That's fine. I'll be the first one to be like, girl, talk. But when it's every single day, and I'd work like 11, 12-hour days, that's a lot. That's a lot to just sit and listen to. The other one was just wrong on so many levels. She was extra disrespectful. Now, again, no names mentioned, but she was all the lazy, okay? So when I tell you I couldn't even have, with her at least, there was zero option to take the day off, all right? If it was my birthday, it's my fiance's birthday, that's no-go. You're not gonna take a day off. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if she needed coverage, I'd be like, sure, more money. But if I needed coverage, she's like, oh, no, I can't, sorry. No, I can't, sorry. No, I can't. So it was to the point where there was times where I nearly didn't get off for my birthday. I'm not the type to take a day off every single week. Like, I'm not one of those. It's like, oh, my eye hurts, I'm gonna go home. I'm not one of those people. I'm gonna stay and do my job until the end. The day I needed coverage, they were like, no, we can't. I almost wasn't able to work on my birthday, which if you guys watch my other channel, Jay and Kat, that's the day I got engaged. Like, I could have missed that, you know, and messed that whole thing up. Obviously, I wasn't in on it because it was me he was proposing to, but I almost missed it because they didn't want to give me the day off. every single time I would take the day off, I'd be getting text messages complaining. They would ask me things like, oh, well, I'd be like, oh, can I take off for my birthday? They'll be like, well, where are you going? Is there any way you can still come in? I'd be like, no. I haven't taken a day off in a long time. Can I just take my birthday off at least? I don't know. No. Or when my other boss needed coverage just to work not even to take the day off, just to work a double somewhere else, they'd be like, well, doesn't your other boss know you're supposed to work with us? But the second they needed coverage on his watch, they'd be like, well, you just need to come here. What? I'm telling you, it was petty. I still got like a sore thumb. While they're walking around in their little Giuseppe sandals, I'm walking around in like some Asics. They're all walking around with a beat face, like, oh, look at my hair and my makeup. 7:30 in the morning. While I'm walking around all the bare face. But isn't it ironic? Here I am, beauty channel. Isn't that ironic, guys? Come on. Come on. And there's certain situations I can go into, which I'm not even gonna dive too deep because there's no point at this point in juncture to even go too deep into that every situation. I can in the future, but that's just basically it. It was petty. They would talk a lot of garbage about me. that wasn't even the reason I quit. The main reason I quit was so I can focus on this. I love making videos for YouTube. That's about it. I do like to make videos on YouTube. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. I want to do it as a career. I love it to that point. So my thing is, why not? But it was worth it because, you know, I'm making you that YouTube content, you know. I'm one of those YouTubers, you know. That was just a small bit of like what it was, just in a nutshell, kind of. I only made this video because a lot of people have been asking me, so they know now, at least family members, everybody knows. I was quiet. The only one who really knew was obviously my fiance. Like, I'd be sick as a dog. I literally went in once with no voice. Why am I here? And then they'll be the first ones, oh my gosh, you got me sick. Darn. I'm sorry. And I would still do all the cleaning, still do this and that, and I would never complain, so they obviously thought it was fine until one day I just walked in and handed a letter like, there you go. And they were like, what is this? What do you mean you're quitting? I thought you loved it here. I was like, no. But this is not me telling you, like, if your job is annoying, to quit. If you are obviously getting mistreated, if they are purposefully using you, if your work ethic is being abused, then I'd be like, get the heck out of there. Because if people can't respect you for your work ethic just because you're gonna sit down and do nothing, doesn't mean I'm gonna. And people can abuse that. I thank God for my fiance who was there and supporting me that whole entire time. It would be the shoulder that I was just like, you know, crying on all the time. And I'm excited to see where this whole thing goes. It has been going so good, and I thank you guys so much. I posted a video, which one was it? It was from my Hush haul, the highlight review. Guys, freaking, how many? Freaking 11,000 views. How I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, I want to do more story times like this. If you guys enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Obviously this was a very personal topic that I just coming out and telling you guys about, and again, I can go into more stories and more in depth because there was a lot of things that happened more in depth than other videos. Obviously this video is already very long, so if you lasted till the end, thank you so much. You are the one. But until next time, guys, I love you.